Hi, welcome back to another frequently asked question here at RoofSnap. I'm Jason.
And I'm Katrina.
And the last sort of thing that we did here using an iPhone, the iPhone 7S Plus, the red one, was show you how, even on a smaller device, you can still measure your roof, you can still drop pins. And by dropping pins, we did sort of a full visual inspection of the roof and created a sketch report, and we also saw how those pins load right into the specifications as accessories, kind of the building blocks, the first part of building an estimate, which I think I may have already asked the question, Katrina, but please go ahead.
So the actual frequently asked question is, how do I build an estimate using an iPhone?
Yes, and here we're just going to show you how to build a straight estimate, single scope, not one of the good, better, best. We may touch on that in a later frequently asked question video. But to do that, we're going to go back out and just show you how it all starts. So when you're in the project, you're going to go to specifications. And when you tap on specifications, it's going to load all the way in and show you any list of items that you've already added.
Great.
And if you hit the return to project button, it's going to bring us back and show us the manage estimate buttons here. We have the estimate items, which is going to take us again right back into the items themselves. But then we have select shingle. So let's start with that.
Okay.
Now here in this sample office, we have lots of different shingle products with lots of sample pricing and colors. And these items can be deleted or can be added to by you, the user, directly within your account. You can customize your products. You can get rid of anything you don't sell. You can add products you do sell from our database. And you can customize all of your material and labor pricing, including your margins. So let's use the GAF Timberline HD shingle, and you'll see when I tap on that, it gives me a list of color options. So we'll go ahead and grab the Williamsburg slate and tap on Done. Now if I go right back to estimate items, you see that the shingle has been added in, and there's a price, and if we need to change the color, there is a little I button right here. We're going to tap on that. We can go in and make it Patriot Red. So if there is a color change, it can be easily done here within the estimate. Let's go back to, let's tap on Return to Project again. And here we want to go now to Add Material. This is where we're going to go through all of the material categories and all of the trade categories that have to do with our labor, removing and dispose, any other fasteners, hip and ridge, ice and water shield. So let's start with a remove and dispose architectural shingle. Tap on that. And you see here where it says 25.17 square. These categories are actually connected to the measurements of the roof we drew in this project. So it's using our coverage ratios, and it's calculating our labor and our material based on how much product we need and how much labor we need to accomplish these different tasks. When we go to ice and water shield, we see there's 170 linear feet. So it's going to calculate how many rolls and how much labor we need to install that product.
Great.
Let's grab the generic ice and water shield here. Same thing with underlayment, 22.49 square. And let's go ahead and grab the GAF Tiger Paw. Let's put that down with plastic caps. Let's use the Pro Start Starter. And you just tap on it. And you see once you've tapped on it, like the valleys there, using a closed valley system, it's highlighted. That lets us know we've selected it. Eve edge, let's go with 1.5 inch T-style at the eaves and 1.5 inch T-style at the rakes. And the only reason we actually have measurements here is because we did label the rakes with rake edge. And that gives us our use measurement for rakes. If we had not labeled the rakes with rake edge, we wouldn't have a measurement here. Same thing with eaves. If we hadn't labeled the eaves with eve edge, we wouldn't have a measurement here. So those subline labels are important when you're putting together an estimate. Same thing with step flashing. Let's go ahead and grab the 5x7 step flashing. Let's go ahead and grab apron. Oh wait, we don't have a measurement next to apron. That tells us there was no apron on the roof. We didn't label it, so it's not applicable for this estimate. Chimney, well, we already pinned it to the roof, and it reminds us by showing that it's highlighted. We don't have to add it again.
Great.
Shingle fasteners, let's do 6 nails per shingle. GAF Z-Ridge. And ridge vent, we got 81 feet. Let's do the replace with shingle over off ridge vent. So we didn't have any vents, or we would have pinned them to the roof and they'd be highlighted now because we have ridge vent on the whole thing. Plumbing boots are already highlighted. Paint and sealant, you know what? Let's grab 1 tube and 1 can of each.
Great.
And then miscellaneous. Let's get a dumpster. We could grab a warranty if we had one. We actually do have a sample warranty in there. But again, you can create your own custom warranty items and add them into your estimate. Skylights, low slope roofing applications for when those are appropriate. If you've got a rear Florida porch or a dead valley or something like that where you need to put a membrane or a modified bitumen system in or something like that. And then if we had labeled gutters, we could add gutters to the estimate as well, along with downspouts and toppers and 2-story charges and even more gutter accessories here at the bottom. But let's go ahead and leave it at that. Oh, by the way, you can filter the products based on materials and services. I like the process of just being able to see all of them at one time.
Sure.
There is a search bar here as well. So if you're looking for a specific vent, you could type in vent, and then it would show you all of the items that have the word vent in the description or in the item itself.
Perfect.
Let's go ahead and tap on the done button and go back to estimate items. And now you'll see all of the items that we've placed here into the estimate and their line item prices and our ability to hit the plus and minus on some of these items that we've added in. And change the quantity. You can change the quantity on any each type item that has not been pinned to the roof. If it's been pinned to the roof, the only way to add more would be to go back and pin more. Or you can turn off capture data from RoofSnap, and that will free up all of these items where you can change the quantity manually. Gotcha. But I don't want to mess with that right now. I just kind of want to do a base estimate here.
Okay.
So when we return back to the project, there's one more thing we might want to consider. So right now, the total is at $10,244.72, and let's say we've negotiated with the customer $10,000 flat.
Okay.
So we can go and add a custom line item, and with this regular type custom line item, you can do a positive or a negative custom line item. So let's go discount, unit price. We're going to make this a negative. Do you remember what it was?
240 something. 242.
244.72. So let's try that again.
72.
Discount. And then we're going to make it a negative 244.72. Quantity 1. And hit the save button. Now, when we go back to estimate items and we scroll down to the bottom, we'll see that we've added a discount as a negative price, $244.72. Return to project. Let's go to custom line item one more time. You can do discounts as a percentage, and you can also do markups as a percentage. So if you need to add O&P at 10 and 10, or just a 20 combined O&P, you could add that to the project as well. But now as we scroll down, we see we have a flat $10,000. We've adjusted our total price based on our agreed upon price that we've negotiated with the customer.
Great.
So now let's go back and back again until we get to documents, because we can go ahead now and generate an estimate based on this spec.
Great. Put that onto a PDF.
Yep, so there's the PDF. We can tap on that and open it right up here in RoofSnap. And right now we have quantities and line item pricing turned on. But if you do not want to show quantities at the line item or price at the line item, that can be turned off, and all you'll see would be the total. You can also show taxes in the subtotal as well if you choose to. That's currently turned off. So there's a single scope estimate, and we'll hold off and save the contract for our next frequently asked question.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, guys.
Have a great day.